Miss Transformers 96 here, another review of Transformers Prime Cliffjumper. So here you go. So this is the second rendition of the packaging rendition of Cliffjumper himself. The first one was released in back in November as the first edition figure, and he was part of the 1.5 wave of that first edition. I never picked it up because I was just waiting to find it in stores, and it just didn't come out, and I've never seen it. I picked up the other first editions, but not this guy. So when this came out, when I first saw it, I thought it was just a repack, but it's not. It's a totally new sculpt, and when I first heard that in Pengu's review, I know that's not how you say his name, that's how I say it, I knew that the first editions were getting canceled, so and then he showed it off and said that it was two different figures. So really disappointed. I thought that I was gonna have to get the first edition and spend a lot of money, but when he compared them in robot mode, this guy looked a lot better. I was so relieved because this guy just looked like the better toy altogether. It might just be my opinion, but he looked really good. So anyway, here's the packaging. Pretty nice. Great artwork of Cliffjumper. I like how they put the big artwork of him there. Cliffjumper includes Battle Hammer. On the back here, we get a nice picture of the figure with the muscle car mode and bio. Haven't read his bio yet, but yeah. So this guy does, spoiler alert, die in the series. I mean, we barely get to see him, but it's still nice that they give us a whole toy already. You know, we don't even have Ratchet, but we have Cliffjumper, but whatever, it's kind of cool. So yeah, so overall, really nice muscle car. Really looks good. Love the horns on the front. It has a great front grille. The tires and everything are great. Even the way this is put on is fantastic. Hole on the top for this, you can plug this in, and you have a gun on top. This is kind of the cheaper version of Mech Tech, because Mech Tech, you know, it's a gun, and then you press a button and it transforms into a hammer or something. This is a gun that you flip it, and it's a hammer. So yeah, so it's a cheaper version of the Mech Tech gimmick from the Dark of the Moon, at least in my eyes. But overall, really nice car. I love it. It's pretty low, and although there's a lot of stuff here, it's still got good clearance. They put it perfect, because there's a lot of stuff, but it's still got pretty decent clearance, so really happy about that. Yeah, so let's transform this. Now, the first thing that you do for transformation is going to cause me to break this trunk. I'm pretty sure this is just a really weak joint, so then when I move it, it's probably going to break it. Wow. Oh, it didn't. Oh, fantastic. First time that it didn't, but you swivel that up like this, and then you take the top part of the car from this cut right here, and then you're going to want to do the same exact thing. Well, first of all, we'll just move the legs out so I can get some more clearance. So just swivel the legs like this. Swivel the legs like this, and that'll give you some more clearance so that you can lift up the roof like that, and then just move it up like that, and then put it there. So it's going to look like this. Now, over here, what you're going to want to do is swivel this entire assembly so that it's just like this. And then what you're going to want to do is just flip the feet out. They're bent kind of like this. Just swivel them just like this. And this is pretty cool. What you do is you just swivel these. Just swivel these. And then just flip the feet, just swivel them. Just like this. Pretty simple. Turn it around. Oh, there you go. The legs are complete. The back part of the legs are hollow, but it doesn't mind me at all. It doesn't matter to me because you can't see them in robot mode unless you're looking directly at the back. So now, as far as the rest, what you're going to want to do is split these, and then take this and move it up. Now, what there is here is, on the bottom of this horns, there is a very soft rubber plastic notch, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to notch it to the bottom of this right here. You're just going to want to notch it up like that. It fits in, but it's pretty loose, but it doesn't matter. If this wasn't a notch or anything, it wouldn't matter at all. There's nothing that it does, really. So, there you go. It doesn't matter, but yeah. So now you move it down here, and this is kind of cool. What you do is you just take these, and you just swivel them down. And as you swivel them down, you get his head pops up. So that's kind of neat. There's some kind of I said that in the Soundwave video, revealer kind of gimmick going on with this guy. oh, I can't even talk, with their head. The heads of these guys, kind of their heads pop out in a certain way. Soundwave just had a spring that just popped out. This guy, you move his arms down and his head rises. So pretty neat kind of how they do that, but yeah. But that's pretty interesting, so yeah. So now with this, you just move this up, just like this. With the arms are pretty unique. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take them and swivel them out right right there. Sorry, I am not doing good speaking today. But yeah, and then what you're going to do is just fold this in. And then once you fold it, you have clearance to move the hand out again like that. And then you just plug it in there and fold the windshield in. So there you go. So now we've got a messed up arm. You just swivel the whole assembly so that this is on the back now, and there you have his arm. So yeah, so very simple. I like how the way the arms transform, and the arms are hollow inside. But they did a really good job with it, even though the arms are hollow inside. So here you go. So you can get a better look. Swivel it out like this when you move it. There you go. Now you have clearance to move it there, and there's just the clips. Let me just show you. There's just this clip right here, and it'll just clip on right there, and pop. There you go. It doesn't make a click or anything, but it just tabs in just like that. So there you go. And now the back, this might have fallen. Just move it up, and there is Cliffjumper in his robot mode. So overall, really nice transformation. It's a fun transformation. It's pretty easy. What's kind of neat about it is you don't have to mess with the chest at all. All you're doing for this transformation is just transforming his arms and legs. That's it. I don't know if you noticed that, but we didn't mess with the chest or the head or anything like that whatsoever. So pretty easy transformation. I like that. So now I'm going to move this out of the way, and yeah, so the figure is actually really cool looking. He's kind of got this kind of squat look. I know that is not how you say his name, but Pengu kind of mentioned that, and he was a little disappointed in it, but I like the squat look. Maybe I'm a little biased with this figure because I like the squat look. That's why I loved Hailstorm so much. But he's kind of got the squat look, the kind of short, but really kind of stubby character. I really like it. I think that it looks really nice with him. His face, he looks just really mad. Really nice faced when you're doing posing, because then he's got some emotion in his face, and you can really have him charging at the enemy or something. Just really cool. His voice is obviously the Rock, if you watch the show. So yeah, so this guy, really, he was the first character that you see in the TV series, and that's about all that you see of him. We get a couple flashbacks and a zombie one, but not much. But anyway, now that he's got the hammer, you can just peg the hammer over here for storage. But what I like to do is, I like to put it in his hand. When I first saw a reviewer put this in his hand, and he said that he kind of liked it there, I wasn't really into it. I really don't like the hammer. When I saw it in on their video, I really didn't like the hammer, and I thought that I wouldn't. I just trash the hammer pretty much. But actually, I really like the hammer. When he's holding it, it really fits him. It's a really nice weapon. It looks more like a hammer than a gun. So if you want it to be a hammer, it's gonna be awesome. If you want it to be a gun, it doesn't really resemble a gun too much. I like how it's got the little kind of brace there or whatever, and although it wiggles a lot in here, it stays in quite tight. It's not going to fall out, which is nice. The horns on his head are soft rubber plastic, but they still look really good, and the chest is it's fake, you know. I mean, this is supposed to be like the top of the car. It's obviously fake and everything. The first edition actually transformed, so the top of the car was here, but it actually made him look like a square, really weird a robot. I didn't like the first edition, the way it looked. This one, I really like the way it looks. So, and I'm not just saying that because it's like cheaper or whatever, but you know, I was totally prepared to go and buy the first edition for more money, even though I wasn't excited to do it. I was totally willing to do it because I like Cliffjumper, but this actually was a perfect substitute. It was actually better than the first edition in my eyes. So yeah, so there you go. Some quick size comparisons. Let's put in with Wheeljack. Very nice. He's kind of stubby and stuff, and he's a little short. Not too much. He's actually pretty close to a normal size robot. Now, this is the one thing that a lot of people aren't going to like, is him and RC. They're partners in the show, and as you can see, RC is much taller than him. Even though he's bulkier, he's much shorter, so they don't look good together. The only reason that you should get the first edition Cliffjumper is because if you want them together with RC. Without him with RC, though, he looks really good. So overall, a really nice figure. Really like the transformation, like the accessory, and I really just like the figure altogether. So there you go. So that's my review of Transformers Prime Cliffjumper. Thanks for watching.